Imagine working hard every day, earning a decent salary, yet still feeling stressed about money. Bills keep coming. Savings never feel enough. And deep down, there is a fear that one emergency could ruin everything. Now imagine another person who earns less than you, but feels calm, confident, and free around money. Same city, same time, very different life. Why does this happen? That question sits at the heart of today's story. This book challenges everything most of us were taught about money. It explains why being smart in school does not guarantee financial success, and why hard work alone is often not enough. The book is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, written by Robert Kiyosaki and Sharon Lechter. At its core, this book is not about getting rich fast. It is about changing how you think about money, work, and freedom. Robert Kiyosaki grew up with two father figures. One was his real father, highly educated, stable job, respected in society. He is called the poor dad. The other was his friend's father, who dropped out of school, built businesses, and became wealthy. He is called the rich dad. The contrast between these two mindsets forms the foundation of the book. Let's break down the core ideas simply and clearly. The first big idea is the difference between assets and liabilities. Most people think an asset is anything that looks valuable. A big house, a new car, expensive gadgets. But Rich Dad defines it very simply. An asset puts money into your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. This sounds obvious, but most people miss it. Take a real-life example. Someone buys a large house. Society applauds. Friends congratulate. But every month money goes out. Mortgage, maintenance, taxes, repairs. The house does not pay you. You pay for it. In Rich Dad's thinking, this is a liability, not an asset. Now imagine a small rental property that gives monthly rent. Even after expenses, money comes in. That is an asset. The takeaway is powerful. If you want financial freedom, focus on buying things that pay you, not things that impress others. Before buying anything, ask one simple question. Will this put money in my pocket or take money out? The second core idea is why the rich do not work for money. This does not mean the rich do nothing. It means they do not depend only on salary. Poor Dad believed job security was everything. Study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work for 40 years, retire safely. Rich Dad saw a trap in this thinking. Here is a relatable example. Someone gets a job. They feel happy. Then lifestyle expenses increase. Better phone, better car, bigger house. Soon the salary feels small. Fear of losing the job increases. So they work harder, not smarter. This cycle continues for years. Rich Dad taught that when you work only for money, money controls you. Fear of not having enough pushes you to accept less freedom. The action takeaway here is to start building income streams that do not depend on your daily presence. Even if small at first, learn to make money work for you instead of you working forever for money. The third big lesson is the importance of financial education. Schools teach math, science, and history, but they rarely teach how money actually works, how taxes function, how investments grow, how debt can be good or bad. Poor Dad believed formal education was enough. Rich Dad believed financial education was more important than degrees. A simple real-life example. Two people earn the same income. One saves money in a bank account. The other learns about investing, businesses, and assets. After 10 years, their financial situations are completely different. It is not about intelligence. It is about knowledge. The takeaway is clear. If you want better financial results, invest time in learning how money works. Read books, watch educational content, learn basic accounting. Even a little knowledge compounds over time. The fourth idea is mindset over money. Poor Dad often said, "I can't afford it." Rich Dad banned that sentence. Instead, he encouraged asking, "How can I afford it?" This small shift changes everything. Imagine a child asking for a toy. A parent says we can't afford it. End of discussion. No thinking. No growth. Now imagine the parent says, how can we afford it? The mind starts working. Maybe saving. Maybe earning extra. Maybe waiting. The difference is huge. The action takeaway is to catch yourself when you shut down possibilities with negative money talk. Replace it with questions that force your brain to find solutions. Now let's pause for a pattern interrupt. Something most people completely miss. A high income does not guarantee wealth. This surprises many. You see doctors, engineers, and executives earning a lot, but still living paycheck to paycheck. At the same time, some business owners with average income build long-term wealth. Why? Because income is not wealth. What you do with money matters more than how much you earn. This brings us to the most powerful idea in the book, which we will explore deeper in the next block. The most powerful idea in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is this. Your mindset shapes your financial destiny more than your job salary or background. Rich Dad believed money is a tool. Poor Dad believed money was something to be feared and controlled carefully. One mindset leads to growth. The other leads to safety, but often limits freedom. Let's explore this idea with a simple story. Two people lose their jobs on the same day. One panics. Fear takes over. They rush to find another job, any job, just to feel safe again. The other person feels uncomfortable too, but sees it as an opportunity. They think about starting a small business, freelancing, or learning a new skill. Same event, two outcomes. The difference is mindset. Rich Dad taught that fear and greed control most people's financial decisions. Fear of not having enough. Greed for more comfort. These emotions keep people stuck in the rat race. The takeaway here is not to eliminate fear. It is to recognize it and not let it decide your future. Financial freedom begins when you stop making decisions only to feel safe. Another important lesson is why taking risks matters, but calculated ones. Poor Dad believed risk was dangerous. Rich Dad believed not understanding risk was dangerous. A real-life example. Someone wants to invest, but avoids it completely because they fear losing money. So they keep everything in savings. Inflation slowly reduces their purchasing power. They feel safe, but they are losing quietly. Rich Dad's approach is different. Learn first. Start small. Make mistakes early when they are cheap. Over time, confidence grows. The action takeaway is simple. Do not avoid opportunities just because they feel risky. Reduce risk by increasing knowledge. The book also talks about working to learn, not just earn. Most people choose jobs based only on salary. Rich Dad encouraged learning skills that increase long-term value. Sales, marketing, communication, leadership, investing. Here is a relatable example. Someone works in the same role for 10 years. Salary increases slowly. Skills stay narrow. Another person changes roles, strategically learning new skills, even if the pay is not always higher. After a decade, the second person has more options, more confidence, and more earning potential. The takeaway is to think beyond the next paycheck. Ask what skills this work is teaching you that will help you later. Now let's add another pattern-breaking truth. Job security is often an illusion. Companies change. Economies shift. Technology replaces roles. Depending only on one income source is risky, even if it feels stable. Rich Dad believed real security comes from skills and assets, not employers. This leads perfectly to the final practical action. Here is one small action you can apply today. Write down all your monthly expenses. Then write down all your sources of income. Now mark which income comes from assets and which comes from your time. Your goal is not to change everything today. Your goal is awareness. From there, ask one question. What is one small asset I could start building in the next 6 months? It could be learning a skill, starting a side project, investing a small amount. Keep it realistic. Finally, let's end with a strong, thoughtful line. Money does not decide your future. Your habits, your thinking, and the questions you ask yourself every day do. When you change how you think about money, money starts behaving differently around you. If you want freedom tomorrow, start training your mind today.